Hey everybody. So most companies these days are looking to build cultures of innovation. They either want to work closely with customers to tailor their products to meet their needs, or they're looking to disrupt industries and come up with the next big thing. But what a lot of companies forget is that before you can implement a culture of innovation, you really need to have a culture of communication in place. Communication is the enabler. It's kind of like table stakes. Your teams can't innovate if they're not working together, talking to one another, raising issues, brainstorming, etc. So the question becomes, how do you know if you have the right communication foundation in place so you can pivot to innovation? And here are just a couple quick things that we've seen in organizations over and over again that really represent red flags. And if these are popping up, I think you might have some work to do on the communication front. Number one, if you hold meetings and your employees don't talk, they don't raise issues, they're not asking questions, they're not participating, that's bad. It usually means one of two things. Either they're scared to speak up, not good, or they're confused about what they need to be doing, also not good. If your people are scared, if they're confused, they're not going to be innovative, they're not going to collaborate, they're not going to be effective in general. So that's one. Number two, in order to innovate, you need to have maximum brain power focused on certain challenges, right? So that means you need your people, regardless of what function they're in, all working directly with one another and rowing in the same direction. So if you have a culture where your managers are always acting as the go-between for different functions or different employees, if they're the middlemen, if they're the interlocutors consistently, that's a problem because it means your people aren't collaborating directly, they're not working together, and you have a siloed organization, and that means you're going to run into trouble when you try to innovate. Side note, Laura owes me lunch because I did work the word interlocutor into this video. So those are just a couple quick things to look for. The good news is that if you are finding that you don't really have the communication fundamentals in place to allow you to innovate appropriately, there are some very practical things you can do to open communication channels to get people working together and talking. And at Lean Out Communications, we can help you with that. So if any of those issues are popping up, go to leanoutcommunications.com, give us a call, we'll schedule a time to chat, and we'll see what we can do to help you put in place the right communication foundation so you can innovate and grow and do what you need to do. Thanks.